And I'll just get started by telling you a little bit about myself. Thanks, Maritza. My name is Nicole, and I'm from Canada. I've been teaching for about 15 years now. I spent 12 years in China and 2 years in Vietnam. And I've actually been here with Canaway for about almost 8 months now. So I'm really enjoying my time working at Canaway. I love teaching English as a second language. I've had a great opportunity to meet so many wonderful students, some of who I've had for more than one course. And it's always a pleasure to return and see my students after having met them for a first time, see them again down the road and see their improvements and their growth and development. It's a really rewarding feeling. So welcome everyone. I hope that you'll enjoy our lesson today. And please feel free to participate as we're talking about content that you maybe have some experience with. I really hope to hear from all of you. I'm going to get started by sharing my screen. And you can see what a class is like with Canaway. So today we're going to do a basic level 2 lesson. And this is actually a grammar lesson. Sometimes grammar concepts can be a little bit difficult. And the best part about our curriculum here at Canaway is that the second lesson of every unit is always on grammar. And then you always have lesson 3 and lesson 4 of that same unit to continue practicing the grammar points and concepts that you learn in lesson 2. So lesson 1 has vocabulary, and then we have grammar, and then academic, and then a review. So you really have a full scope of language and a lot of time to practice the concepts that you're learning. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the present simple part 2, adverbs of frequency. So the objective of our lesson today is you're going to review the present simple tense and use it to ask and answer questions about your lifestyle. We'll use adverbs of frequency to talk about your diet and exercise habits. And you'll understand the positioning of adverbs in relation to verbs. So I hope everybody is ready to begin. You've got your great Happy Tuesday positive attitude for learning with you today. You've got a pencil and a notebook ready. This is really important to make notes because you have access to our curriculum on our platform. However, making your own notes throughout the class is always beneficial to help you as you study for quizzes and to prepare for assignments. So let's quickly just have a chat. We're not going to work with a partner right now. We're going to work in a big group. Why don't you tell me, what do you like to eat for breakfast? Who would like to answer that question for me? What do you like to eat for breakfast? If you'd like to participate, you can raise your hand on Zoom, or you can just unmute your microphone, raise your hand and let us know that you'd like to participate. What do you like to eat for breakfast? What is breakfast? Yes, Nelson. Hi, Nelson. What do you like to eat for breakfast, Nelson?
Hi, everyone. I like to my breakfast scrambled eggs, maybe a coffee, and something of bread.
Excellent. That sounds pretty healthy. Thanks, Nelson. Would anybody else like to share? What do you like to eat for breakfast? Looking to see any hands up here. Kathy. Hi, Kathy. What do you like to eat for breakfast, Kathy?
Hello, everybody. I like orange. I like bread and normal scrambled eggs.
Very good. Super. Thanks, Kathy. All right. What about lunch? What do you like to eat for lunch? Who would like to share what they like to eat for lunch? I like to eat salad for lunch. Sometimes I like to eat a sandwich for lunch. What do you like to eat for lunch? You can raise your hand on Zoom or raise your hand in your camera if you'd like to share. What do you like to eat for lunch? Okay, Carmen. Hi, Carmen. What do you like to eat for lunch, Carmen?
Hi everyone. I like for lunch to eat chicken with rice.
Excellent. Very healthy choice. Super. Thanks, Carmen. Anyone else like to share what they like to eat for lunch? Okay, well, let's see. What do you like to eat for dinner? What do you like to eat for dinner? Anyone share? Raise your hand on Zoom with the reactions on Zoom. If you want to share, what do you like to eat for dinner? I see Lorena. Hi, Lorena. What do you like to eat for dinner?
Hi, teacher. Hi, everyone. I like to eat for dinner salad.
Very
Or
good.
maybe vegetables. I don't know.
Super, healthy choice. Excellent. And the last question, everyone, to get us started, what do you like to eat for a snack? What do you like to eat for a snack? What is a snack? A snack is like a small, not a meal, but a small thing that you will eat maybe in between lunch and dinner, or sometimes in between breakfast and lunch, sometimes before you go to bed. Who likes to eat snacks? What do you like? Lorena, again, what do you like to eat for a snack, Lorena?
I like to eat for a snack maybe a cup of tea, a cup of coffee with cookies, and maybe different fruits.
Very good. A cup of tea or a cup of coffee, some cookies, some fruit. Super. How about Kathy? Kathy, what do you like to eat for a snack?
Well, for snack, I like to eat cookies, muffins. And well, I'm from Peru. In my country, people like to eat for snacks popcorn. They enjoy that.
Popcorn. Excellent. Very good. Okay, cool. Super. Thanks, everyone. All right. So this is just a little warm-up activity that we always start a lesson with, just to get everybody thinking in English again. So let's have a little look here at the present simple that we learned. No, we're not going to play the present simple from B1. We're just going to get right into our present simple tense here. Let's have a look at these different verbs. Let's take a look. These are the vocabulary words for this unit. So in our classes, you would want to note these in your notebook, because these new verbs will all be part of your unit, which will also be part of your quiz and part of your assignment. So why don't everyone say it with me? You don't have to turn on your microphone, but repeat after me to practice your pronunciation. Meditate. Meditate. Go to the gym. Go to the gym. Stay up late. Stay up late. Jog, run. Jog, run. Drink alcohol. Drink alcohol.
Drink alcohol.
Work out.
Work out.
Work out. Excellent. Smoke.
Smoke.
Do push-ups.
Do push-ups.
Good. So what I'd like for you to do now, just to see how many of these words you already know, if you can open up Annotate in Zoom. Annotate is a function in Zoom. If you look under your options, you can annotate, and you can actually draw a line on the screen. to match the word with the picture. So here, this word meditate, I'm going to draw a line all the way over here to the woman who is meditating. Can you take 1 minute, and I'm going to ask you to draw lines to match your vocabulary words with the images. Go ahead, I'll set a timer for 1 minute. And if you know how to use annotate on Zoom, you can draw some lines to match the vocabulary with the image. Go to the gym. I think that's this one here. Go to the gym. Very good. Thanks, Diego. Diego, can you continue to annotate for me? Awesome. That's right. Thanks, guys. Very good. Doing push-ups. Excellent. Stay up late. Yes, we've got it. Very good. Smoke. Very good. Jog or run. Excellent. Very good. Very good. Now, we've chosen this one as go to the gym, but we can also choose this one as work out, and we can also choose this one as work out, because work out means to do exercise. And then, of course, the last one, drink alcohol. Very good. So I can see that many of you already know our vocabulary words for this unit. Let's put them to practice. Some actions and activities are healthy, but others are unhealthy. Can you put the verbs and phrases in the right category? Let's talk about this. What does healthy mean? Does anyone know what healthy means? What does healthy mean? Raise your hand if you can tell me what healthy means. Yeah, Nelson, I see you turn on your microphone. What does healthy mean?
Run, make exercise, to yoga, make push-ups. So
yeah, absolutely. So how would you describe healthy in Spanish? What does it mean? What is healthy in Spanish?
saludable.
Excellent. Very good. So we've got verbs and we've got some actions here that are healthy, and we also have some actions that are unhealthy. So then, of course, unhealthy is the opposite of healthy. It's non-saludable. Okay? So let's think. What do we think is healthy? What actions would you say are healthy? What actions are healthy? Actions in our pictures here. Do you think that running and jogging is healthy?
Make work up.
Yes, do sports, for example.
Sorry, pardon?
Do sports, for example.
Doing sports and doing exercise. Great. So I'm going to take running, doing push-ups, and going to the gym as healthy activities. What about meditating? Do you think meditating is a healthy activity?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Excellent. Now let's talk about unhealthy activities. What about drinking alcohol? Would you call that healthy or unhealthy?
Unhealthy.
Very good. And smoking?
Unhealthy.
Unhealthy. How about staying up late? I think staying up late is probably an unhealthy choice as well, unless you can sleep in later in the mornings. So
teacher, what's the meaning of stay up late?
Stay up late is como is to go to bed late. So if you stay up late, that means that you go to sleep very late at night.
Okay.
Yes, good question. Thanks, Kathy. So someone who stays up late is someone who doesn't go to bed early. They go to bed late. Good question. So now we've got them in the right category. I'm going to clear this. Can anyone tell me some other healthy habits? else can you do? What other action is healthy?
Play to the soccer.
Pardon?
Play soccer.
Ah, play soccer, good. What else would you think is a healthy activity or action?
Eat fruits.
Yeah, like eating healthy food, right?
Yes.
Like what? What kind of food it would be healthy?
Vegetables.
Yeah, vegetable, fruits.
Eat vegetables, eat different juice maybe.
Good. Okay, super. Now let's talk about some unhealthy activities. What would you think is unhealthy, aside from what's on our list?
Maybe smoke.
Oh. Drink alcohol.
Maybe eat junk food.
Eat junk food, exactly, that's unhealthy.
Maybe
Drink
when you go to, maybe when you go to sleep, not early, no? When you go to sleep not early, it's not good for your body.
Your body too.
When you go to sleep not early, late.
Exactly. So,
Not good for your body. What's happening?
exactly. So go to sleep late.
Don't make exercise.
What else?
Don't make exercise or don't make a workout.
Excellent. Okay, very good. Good list, everyone. Thank you for your participation. Let's have a look here and let's just test our grammar that we know so far. Number one, all of these questions have mistakes, okay? They are not correct. Most of them have some kind of grammar mistake. So let's look. Maria work out on Sundays in the park. What is wrong with this sentence?
The verb Maria is workout on Sundays in the park.
It's not Maria is.
Maria works.
Thank
Ah,
you.
yeah.
Maria works out. Excellent. Maria works out on Sundays in the park. And can you tell me why we have to say works out? Can you explain why?
The third person.
Exactly, because it's in a third person singular. We know that we need to add an S on the end of our verb when we conjugate in the present simple. Excellent. Okay, next one. My family jogging on the weekends.
My family are jogging on the weekend.
Close, but we could say my family is jogging on the weekends. But it's not exact.
Jogging
Say
out
it
in the
again.
week. Jogging out.
No. My family jogs.
Jog.
My family jogs on the weekend, because family again is talking in the third person singular. My family jogs on the weekends. Let's keep thinking in our present simple tense. She don't smoke cigarettes. What's wrong with that one?
She
doesn't smoke.
She doesn't smoke.
Correct. She doesn't smoke cigarettes. He go to the gym after work.
He goes.
Go.
He goes.
Excellent. Why do we need to say goes?
Third person.
Because it's the third person singular. Exactly. My husband and I meditating every day.
Are
Edit.
Meditate.
Thank you. Very good. My husband and I meditate every day. And the last one, I no eat unhealthy food.
I'm not.
I am.
Think of your present simple tense.
I don't.
I'm not.
There it is. I don't
Don't.
eat unhealthy food. I don't, or I do not. Excellent. Very good work, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Moving on. So this is the content for today's lesson, is the adverbs of frequency. So we want to talk about, often when we're talking to others, we want to talk about how often we do certain activities. So when we talk about that, we use something called adverbs of frequency. So your adverbs of frequency, you can see them here in the list. They are always, say it with me, always,
Always.
usually,
Usually.
often,
Often.
Often.
Sometimes.
hardly ever,
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever.
never.
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 Very good. So now when we look at the adverbs of frequency, you can see that they're on a scale from 100% at the top of the scale, always. And then it works its way down, all the way down the scale, all the way down the scale here to usually and often, sometimes, hardly ever, down to 0%, never. So when we talk about how often we do our activities, we look at how frequently we do something, and we use these adverbs of frequency to describe our activities. So a question you could ask your friend would be, how often do you meditate? And you can see from the calendar here, this person meditates every single day and never misses a day of meditation. So we say, I always meditate in the morning before breakfast. Or I always meditate in the afternoon after lunch. Or I always meditate at night before I go to bed. So your question is, how often do you blah, 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 verb? And your answer is I, adverb of frequency, and then your activity. So let's move on and do a little practice. How often do you go to the gym? I usually go to the gym on Mondays and Wednesdays. Now he's usually going because he goes on Mondays and Wednesdays. Usually go on Mondays and Wednesdays. And you can see by his calendar, he goes almost every single Monday and every single Wednesday. So you can see the frequency that he attends the gym. Are there any questions so far? Does anyone have a question before we move on? Okay, good. Often. How often do you eat a healthy lunch? I often eat a healthy lunch when I'm at work. So you can see by this person's schedule, Monday to Friday, they go to work, and look, almost every single day, they have a healthy lunch at work from Monday to Friday. Almost every day, they eat a healthy lunch at work. I often eat a healthy lunch when I'm at work. How often does she drink alcohol? She sometimes has a glass of wine on the weekends. Have a look at our calendar over here. She sometimes has a glass of wine. You can see that these are the weekend days. She had a glass of wine here and here, but not here, but yes here, but not here. So sometimes, not always, not usually, just sometimes. How often do you stay up late? I hardly ever stay up late. I'm always tired after studying. Now let's look at her schedule, at her calendar here. Hardly ever. The check boxes mean that she stayed up late on these days. Not very often, so hardly ever. It's not at 0%, but it's very far from 100. And last, how often do your parents smoke? They never smoke. Our family is very healthy. Never means 0. We do not do this. And you can see from the calendar, they do not. They never smoke. So let me ask you, read the sentences one more time. I want you to repeat after me. I'm going to highlight them and you can follow along. Then I want you to circle the verbs and then let's talk about something. Repeat with me. They never smoke.
They never
They
smoke.
They never
smoke.
smoke.
I usually go to the gym on Mondays.
I usually
I
go
usually
to
go
the
to
gym
the
on
gym on
Monday.
Monday.
Gym on Monday.
I often eat a healthy lunch.
I
I
often
often
eat a healthy lunch.
The health lunch.
I hardly ever stay up late. I'm always tired after studying.
I hardly ever
Hardly
stay
ever
up
stay
late.
up
I am
late.
always
I am
tired
always
after
tired after
studying.
studying.
After of study.
Excellent. She sometimes has a glass of wine on the weekends.
She
Sometimes
sometimes has a glass of wine on the weekends.
On the weekend.
Excellent. Now, please turn on your annotate and circle the verbs. Please prende el anotar y poner un círculo para todos los verbos. Circle the verbs in every sentence, just like this. Yes, yes, thank you. Good. Circle all the verbs. Very good. Very good. All right, now let's have a look. Where are the adverbs? Where are the adverbs? The adverbs of frequency. Where are they? Where are the adverbs of frequency? Excellent, that's right. Good. They're all underlined. Yeah. Very good. Now, thank you. Stop for a minute. Let's talk about it. Look at the positioning of where the adverbs are located. And look at the structure of our sentence. The adverb comes before the verb. We have a. Let me just write it for you. we have our subject plus our adverb plus our verb, and then the rest of the sentence. And it follows that in every single example. Subject, adverb, verb. Subject, adverb, verb. Has. Subject, adverb, verb. Eat. Subject, adverb, verb. Go. Subject, adverb, verb. Stay up. Excellent. So now you notice the pattern that the adverb is always located before the verb, between the verb and the subject. So now let's see if we can have a little chat. How often do you do the following things? For example, how often do you visit the doctor? And remember, we want to answer in full sentences. So let me just leave that up here for you as a reminder. I'm going to put it down here. You have your subject plus your adverb plus your verb, and then the rest of your sentence, okay? So let's look at that. Make this bigger. You have your subject plus your adverb of frequency plus your verb. Who can answer that question? How often do you visit the doctor? Anybody? Raise your hand. How often do you visit the doctor? I'm asking the question for you, so you're going to respond with I. Can anyone answer for me? How often do you visit the doctor?
I sometimes visit the doctor.
Awesome. Thanks, Nelson. Who can answer the next question? Oh, really? Why, Nelson? Why?
Sometimes I very headache.
Good. So you visit the doctor when you feel sick. I visit the doctor when I feel sick. Very good. So let's ask. How often do you eat red meat? Who can answer me that question? How often do you eat red meat? What is red meat?
I never eat a red meat.
Excellent, Hussein. I never eat red meat. Excellent. Who else can answer this question? How often do you eat red meat?
I sometimes eat red meat.
Good. I sometimes eat red meat. Thank you, Lorena. One more time. Anyone else? I usually eat red meat. Very good. Oh, I don't like red meat. Excellent. So Maria Camila, I would say that means that you never eat red meat. Excellent. Very good. Thanks, guys, for participating in the chat box. All right, let's move on to the next question. How often do you do yoga? How often do you do yoga? Anybody? How often do you do yoga? I never do yoga. How often do you do yoga?
Me too, I never do.
Very good.
I never do yoga.
Excellent. Very good. Tomas says, I never do yoga also. Very good. Okay, so we're not a bunch of yogis here. That's okay. We can do other things.
Yes.
Very good. How often do you spend time in nature? How often do you, oh, Maria Camila says, I usually practice yoga at the gym. Very good. Thank you. How often do you spend time in nature? How often do you spend time in nature? What does that mean? Spend time in nature.
I sometimes spend time in nature because I feel happy.
Excellent. That's good. It's refreshing to spend time in nature. Thank you. Yes,
I don't
Nelson, how
have-
often do oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Sorry. I never spend time in nature because I don't have many time for for make this one.
Because you don't have time. Okay. We're busy. And I hear you. When you live in a big city, it's hard. Ah, Thomas says, I sometimes spend time in nature in my house at the beach. Excellent. That's a perfect example, Thomas, of how you put the subject together with the adverb of frequency and your verb. Further example, a further explanation of why your choice of adverb of frequency. Very good. Anyone else? How often do you spend time in nature? Excuse me. All right. How often do you go on social media? How often do you go on social media? Okay, I'll admit it. I often go on social media. Anyone else?
Well, I usually go
Usually?
on social media.
Good.
Yeah, me too. I usually go on social media because it's my job now. Maybe 6 hours daily.
Wow. And that's for work, Lorena, for work.
Yeah, because
Very good.
I need to search LinkedIn all time, every day.
Very good. So you spend a lot of time on social media, but it's for a good purpose because it's for work. Very good. Hi, Paola. Paola, how often do you go on social media?
I usually go on social media.
Very good. Very good. I almost always go on social media in my phone. Okay, very good, Tomas. Thank you. Anybody else? No? Okay. Last one. How often do you wash your hands with soap or hand sanitizer? I always wash my hands with soap or hand sanitizer. How often do you wash your hands with soap or sanitizer?
So I think everybody, anytime, anywhere, any moment, wash your hands with soap or hand sanitizer with a COVID situation.
I think that that's definitely changed, but you know, a couple of years ago, that answer might have been different, you know? Very good. All right, awesome, guys. Thank you. All right, let's continue along. Here we are. Grammar practice. So now let's make a sentence for each picture using the adverb of frequency and use extra details. So first, I want you to look at the picture to see the activity. Note the adverb of frequency that's on the picture. For example, It tells us right here. And note the subject. So we can say, he sometimes stretches before a run. Or we could say, he always stretches before a run. So who would like to take a chance and make a new sentence? Who would like to do this one? Who can try? Now this one doesn't have a subject, so you can make your own subject. Who can put this into a sentence?
He never eats junk food because
He
it's
never-
bad for-
Sorry, Hussein, continue.
He never eats junk food because it's unhealthy.
Excellent. He never eats junk food because it's unhealthy. Very good.
Unhealthy.
Excuse me. I can say he shall never eat junk food.
You can say he should never eat junk food. Yes, your grammar is correct. But in our lesson today, we're just working on the present simple with adverbs of frequency. So yes, Nelson, your grammar is correct. However, in our lesson today, we're not working on the modal verb should, okay? But yes, you're correct. Let's try another one. What about this one? What do you think he's doing? What is this guy doing?
He always do classes online because he is in a school.
He always does his classes online. Yeah, very good. What else could we say about this one?
He always does his homework.
Excellent. He always does his homework. Very good. Super. All right. How about the last one? What about this one? What are they doing? Do you know what that's called? Yeah, they're hugging. So what can you say? Chris, can you make a sentence for that one? They hardly ever hug each other. They hardly ever hug each other. How about this one? Let me just make it better here, this circle. Come on. There we go. How about this one? What are they doing here in this picture?
They take a bus.
Yeah, they take the bus. So what can we say on this one?
They often take a bus.
Yeah, they often take the bus. Awesome. Very good. Excellent, everyone. This is great. Let's move on. Actually.
Often.
Pardon? Pardon, Tomas? Pardon, Hussein?
No, I did not see anything.
Okay, sorry. All right, have one more look at this, and then I want to go back here. What do you think this lady's doing here? What is she doing?
Walk with dog.
She's walking her dog. Excellent. So what could we say here? with the adverb of frequency? She
She
usually
Walks his dog. Walks her dog.
Yeah, she usually walks her dog. Yes, Danita, continue. Sorry, Danita.
Yeah, she usually walks with dog.
She usually walks her dog. Awesome, good. What do you think they're doing? What are they doing?
Make a cake.
Making cake, yeah, maybe making cake.
They usually cook together.
That's a good one. They usually cook together. Good. What else could we say? They usually cook together. They usually make a cake together or bake cakes together. Good. How about, All right, so now I want to do one more activity before we say goodbye, okay? I want to see if anyone here can give some examples of your life. Give me an example of something that you do in your life using an adverb of frequency. So for example, like these ones here, but think of something that you do. So what could we say? I sometimes swim in the pool at my house. I sometimes swim in the pool. I usually cook dinner. I hardly ever call for delivery. Who can make a sentence to share something about your life, your healthy lifestyle? I'll write them up here for you again. All of the adverbs of frequency. Who can help me with the adverbs of frequency? The top, always. Yes, Chris?
usually.
Usually.
Sometimes.
Never.
Never.
Hardly ever.
Yes. Excellent. Very good. So we have usually, and then we have often, usually, always, then usually and often, then sometimes, then hardly ever, and then never. Okay, so I'm going to cover this up here. Who would like to share? We can have 3 people share before we say goodbye. Who would like to make their own sentence, share something about your life?
I always do exercise every morning.
Ah, you always exercise every morning. Excellent, Hussein. Very healthy choice. Nelson.
Yeah, on my vacations, I sometimes go to the mountains to climb.
Very good. Oh, you go mountain climbing on vacation.
Yeah,
sometimes
on
go
vacation.
mountain climbing. Awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So you do spend some time in nature. Only on vacation. Very good. Very good. Anybody else want to share something?
I always go to the work and drive a motorcycle at the work.
You always drive a motorcycle to work. Excellent. Excellent. Anyone else want to share? Can raise your hand or just turn on your microphone. All right, very good. So everybody, our class time is just about coming to an end now. I really want to thank you all for your time to share with us today. I'd like to know if you have any questions. Do you have any questions for me based on the material we covered in our lesson today? How do you feel about the present simple? Give me a thumbs up if present simple is easy. Give me like this if it's just so-so. And please don't anybody give me any thumbs like this. How do you feel about present simple? 2 thumbs up, right? Excellent. Glad to hear that. How do you feel about using adverbs of frequency? Excellent. Nelson said very good. How do you feel about using adverbs of frequency? Like I said at the beginning, the grammar lesson is always or often introducing content that is new. And sometimes at the end of a grammar lesson, you don't feel like 100%, yeah, I got this, because you need time to practice. That's the whole part about learning a language, is that you need time to practice. And that's what the wonderful thing about our lessons with Canaway are, is that you have lesson tomorrow and the next day and the next day, and then you have lessons next week, and you have so many opportunities to practice with your teachers, with your classmates. It's a really wonderful learning opportunity. So again, give me a thumbs up. How do you feel about adverbs of frequency? Excellent. That's what I like to see. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Do you have any questions for me before I turn it back over to Maritza?
Teacher, sorry. Is possible that we use frequently?
Yes, frequently. Frequently is like often.
Okay.
It's about the same as often, because it's not always, but it's more than sometimes. So you can say, I frequently call my mom on the phone. Good one, Lorena. Excellent question. Yes, Chris.
What is the difference of hardly ever and never?
Hardly ever is almost is the best way to look at it. So here is hardly ever. So you see the check marks on hardly ever.
Yeah.
So these are the yellow check marks are when she stays up late. So she stays up late 1, 2, 3 days in the month. So that would be hardly ever.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for asking. Does anybody else have a question? You're all good? All right, awesome, everyone. Well, I thank you all so much for your time today, for spending with me for the last hour here at Canaway. It was wonderful to see you all. And I hope that I'll have the opportunity to find you in one of my classes in the near future. I would like to ask, please, would you all turn on your cameras? Because I want us to all wave goodbye. And I think Maritza is going to capture a picture of us all together.
Yes, thank you, Nicole. Yeah, but could you please stop sharing your screen so now
so that
everybody...
you can. No problem, Maritza. Let me do that now.
Thank you.
One moment. All right, is that better?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Okay, great. Everybody turn on your cameras, please, just for 1 minute. Let's take a group picture, okay? Yay!
Thank you, Nicole. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Please stay here with Maritza. She's got some more details for you about classes, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nicole.
You're very welcome, everybody.
Thank you
See
so
you another
much.
time. I hope to see you soon.
Ok, bueno, voy a comentarles brevemente sobre el programa de inglés jóvenes y adultos. A ver, me confirman.